Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Night 1's homework on how to take Cornell notes. I'm going to try to make this fairly quick, so let's get started. I understand some of you have had Cornell notes in your past and experienced how to do it. My way is a little bit different, so even if you're an expert in this, please watch the whole thing and learn from this, because this is what I'm going to expect the rest of the year. So the first thing you need to do is set up your paper when you're taking Cornell notes. I like to follow the red line, and I like to go this way. Now, you should have a loose leaf piece of paper. Don't do this in a binder because we haven't put up our science notebooks together yet. However, when you do your science notebooks, we will be putting them on the right side of our science notebook. But right now, you're just doing it on a loose sheet of paper. So you need your title up here. You need the date and your name. Today's title is How to Take Cornell Notes. Let's go ahead and just label the rest of this. This is going to be the question section. These are the answers, or like your traditional quote-unquote notes. And over here we're going to have a summary. I'm going to talk about about all of this in just a second here. Okay, so after we've identified our nice title, we've identified our question section, our answer section. You do not need to write this in your other notes in the future, but right now that we're just identifying that. You do need to write summary every time. So what we are going to do now is talk about learning targets. I give you a learning target for every Cornell Note video lecture that you have. These are a way of fine-tuning what is the most important part that you need to pay attention to in taking your notes. Learning targets are provided either at the beginning of a video lecture or they're provided in class, and sometimes both. So here are today's learning targets. So what you're going to write over here are what are today's learning targets. Now, some students just cut this out from their electronic agenda and paste it right in. Others like to handwrite it, whatever you choose. I do not care. But they do need to be at the very top of your paper, just like this. So your learning targets today is I can describe the structure and format of Cornell Notes. I can describe the purpose of Cornell Notes. I can detail what is expected of me. I know I'm talking fast, so I'll slow down. During a video lecture, which is what this is, I can detail what is expected of me to be able to do the following the lecture, either the same night or the next day. So those are your learning targets. I want you to pause the video right now and write these down in your notebook. Okay, welcome back. We have our learning targets on our paper here, or you've just pasted them on here. Perfect. Now what we need to do is start our first question, which is, what are the important parts of the Cornell notes? Okay, there are several parts, in fact 6 of them. So we're going to go ahead and just list them off. The first part is the title. That's up here. The second part are the questions. And right now these are pretty level 1 basic questions. As you progress in the semester, you're going to create much more complex questions over here and have much more deeper thinking answers over here. So then the third part are the answers. The fourth part is the summary. The fifth part, I'm going to put a line here for significance, is the highlighting. And the sixth part is drawing pictures. Highlighting of key terms. Okay, so now that we have this, we'll come back to each of these parts in just a second. The next thing we're going to do is talk about the purpose of Cornell Notes. What is the purpose? Why am I asking you to take all your notes in Cornell Notes? The purpose is this is a research-based strategy for helping you a student be successful in organizing your notes and therefore organizing your thoughts and therefore learning the material. So success. It's research-based, and it is a strategy for organizing thoughts. Now, at any point, we're going to talk about this in a second, you can stop the video. You do not need to write this fast. If you want to add things that I'm saying that I am not saying or not writing down, please do pause the video. So the next part is, what's my role during a video lecture? It's perfect leading because we were just talking about that. Your role is to be an active participant. This is not a passive opportunity. This is an opportunity for you to take part in the information. You have a little bit of choice in this because you can choose at what point in the day you would like to watch the video. Some students love to wake up early. I know this is crazy for teenagers. Love to wake up early and watch the videos then, so then it's with them when they're brightest, and they're not their brightest, but their most alert point of the day. Other students love to watch it like right before dinner, so then they can think about it and maybe talk about it over dinner. Whatever works for you, you have that choice. So your role is that you're an active participant, but there's some student choice in the time. I highly do not recommend doing it right before school or right before class, because most likely the internet will be down that one time you do that. So don't wait till the last minute. But you also have to pause, rewind, and even stop the movie and just process it. What that means is like, wait a minute, I don't know what she's talking about there. I'm not sure what that guest teacher's talking about. You have the beauty of pausing this lecture, rewinding the lecture, and watching it again. That is a beautiful thing. So that is also your role during this time. And obviously you're taking adequate notes. Okay, last part of today. What should I be able to do next? Okay, two things. If you're like taking beautiful notes and you've ran out of space right now, you get another piece of paper and you just do this whole structure again and you slap it in here and you'll tape it in. We can talk about that in class. You do not need to go on to another sheet in your notebook. So, and really, Cornell notes should take 1 to 2 pages a night, not more than that. So that's what we're looking for. What should I be able to do next? You need to be able to check your notes. Like if I come around the next day, which I will as your homework, I should be able to see your notes and they're beautifully done. You're going to be able to have opportunities to demonstrate mastery. And what that means, sorry, let me finish writing. What that means is you're going to be able to show me that you did the notes, but you also understand what the material is talking about. I understand that students need time to ask questions, and so there will be that time in class typically. But if this is material we've talked about, and this is just sort of a review, there may even be an opportunity to demonstrate mastery at home, and that would be an online assessment, and we'll talk about that in class. So there's multiple opportunities to demonstrate mastery. Also, you're going to be able to ask your teacher clarifying questions from the video lecture. Alright, so this is the end of the content. Now we need to write the summary. The summary needs to be 5 to 7 sentences summarizing all of this information. So go ahead and pause the video right now and write your 5 to 7 sentences. Okay, welcome back. Hopefully you have beautiful 5 to 7 sentences here. I want to bring your attention to our next step, which is highlighting key terms. So as I'm looking at this, a key term to me is, what am I supposed to walk away from this Cornell note? You are going to do whatever is best for you. The color is a way of learning the material. But I'm also going to remember that there are 6 steps to Cornell Notes. Also, I need to make sure that I know that I'm an active participant during a video lecture. That's pretty key. Okay, the last part of this is drawing pictures. Pictures help us also put this information into our heads. So I'm going to draw a picture over here of the setup to help me. Questions, answers, summary. I'm also going to draw some bullseyes for a learning target. I'm also going to draw a picture of me. Oh goodness, this is challenging. Drawing on a piece of paper. So I remember I need to draw pictures. Okay, so that's what the last part. There is a line here because you do this after a break. So you've taken your notes, you've been really studious, you've done it, you've gone through, wrote your summary, and now you take a little 5-minute break. You get up, walk around, stretch, you go eat a piece of fruit. You do whatever it is to give your mind a moment to rest. And then you're going to highlight your key terms and draw. So make sure you provide yourself that break. Highlighting and drawing pictures does not happen in class. This happens at home as part of homework time, not in class. So make sure you have that done before you walk in the door because this is part of the 6 steps. If you don't have all 6 steps done, then you do not have all your homework done. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for today. Thank you, and I will see you tomorrow.